Hey there, guys. Today we will be looking at Founders Imperial Stout. But this isn't just any version. This is the 2014 vintage that was bottled on December 2nd. So this guy is at about 2.5 years old right now. And this is courtesy of Jake. So thank you very much, sir. It's been a while since I've had Founders Imperial Stout. Always considered kind of one of the iconic Imperial Stouts that you can get off, the shelf. And yeah, so let's check it out. This guy's been around for a while. Whew. Comes in at 90 IBUs, 10.5% alcohol by volume, and yes, of course, Founders out of Michigan. I'm sure most people around here into craft know who they are. Let's check them out. Alright, so pours out this very deep black with a really nice dark tan mocha head. Some nice lacing on the sides there from that, so looks really nice for the style. Let's check out the aroma on this guy. Oh man, so this is really rich dark chocolate, almost like a, like the Hershey's chocolate. You can put on like ice cream and stuff. Yeah. So that really rich, deep, dark chocolate. It also has some notes of tobacco. Hint of a kind of a roast character as well. Very, has a nice earthiness to it. A bit of leather. Really robust. But I think this has gone more. Usually when Imperial Stouts age, they either develop a bit of a soy sauce-like character, more of that kind of deep, rich chocolate, in my opinion. Definitely a bit more of that chocolate. It might be a hint of a soy type character to it, but nothing overwhelming, and certainly doesn't smell off-putting, so it just smells very rich. Let's check out the taste. Cheers. Oh, that is really smooth. So, flavors are pretty much a lot of the same. I expected it to be sweeter, and it really isn't, which is awesome. It smells pretty sweet, aside from a bit of that kind of tobacco and leather. But I feel like I get a bit more earthiness on the taste. Definitely a bit more bitterness to kind of round out the sweet malt. And it really doesn't finish sweet at all. I mean, it definitely has a nice kind of dryness to it. I mean, there's still some sweetness in there, kind of off the initial taste, but not as sweet as I expected. It's been a while since I've had the beer, but yeah. Body's a bit sticky, but it doesn't feel too full or anything. It kind of has this medium body to it. Carbonation's pretty light on it. That bitterness is actually starting to come in quite a bit more. Definitely feeling a bit more earthy, a bit more robust. From having this fresh, or from what I would remember it being fresh, I'm not picking up too much of a difference. I think that, yeah, honestly, I mean, it has been at least a couple years since I've had it, but I'm actually just really impressed with how balanced it is. I'm not really getting any kind of soy character on the taste, so that's nice. And yeah, so just really easy drinking, roasty, earthy, complex Imperial Stout with not a whole lot of sweetness. So for me, that's pretty awesome. I don't drink stouts as much anymore, so it's nice having one that's a bit more drinkable. But yeah, for me, this is, I'd say, an easy 4 out of 5 stars. Maybe a little bit above that. I don't say, I guess for a stout, it's probably more towards a 4.25, just for what it is. My personal preference is not here anymore. But yeah, so for Imperial Stout like this, 4.25. Personal preference, more of a 4. But really well done, of course, Imperial Stout. So I'm sure that many of you have, tried to age it. And so this is kind of how the 2014 vintage is doing. So holding up pretty well, I think. And easy drinking. So that's pretty much it for Founders Imperial Stout 2014. So as always, cheers. Thanks, Jake. And I will catch you guys later.